Hi, this is John Darko. I like to make computational models for my students to play around with some of the systems and the system dynamics of biology. So I've created several models here and my students can play around with them online. It really allows them to go through the practice of science, of coming up with a rigorous method for collecting data and coming up with the methodology that's going to test an idea. They can run the experiment and then they can reflect on that data to see what the results are and draw conclusions based off of scientific reasoning. Let me show you, let's see, I have some on ecology here, and here's changing carrying capacity. Right now, most of my models run on Flash, so you can only use them on, you can't use them like on an iPad or iPod. I'm in the process of transferring them over to HTML5, but here we go. So here's a little experiment that my students can run. Starting conditions, they then run the experiment, see results. Some of them I put randomness in so that there's some of those stochastic results. But then they can vary things like starting population of the mouse and see what happens as they vary some of those parameters. If we limit food, what's going to happen? And it allows them, let's put some chipmunks in, then they can design an experiment, reflect back on that, and see what the results are. Varying temperature, and they can make conclusions based off of evidence. And I find it's an engaging way to think quantitatively about the biology and gets them looking and analyzing data. So if you're interested in using any of my computational models, you can go to johndarko.com. Let's see, I think I have that somewhere down here. Yeah, johndarko.com, and I have a whole series of biology simulations I've been working on. My latest one is on osmosis, and I try to connect this with water potential. This one does run on any device, so this is my first one, HTML5, but it's it allows someone to think about, okay, you put a cell in water. I connect this with transpiration, saltwater fish versus freshwater fish, those kinds of things. And that's the actual computational model, and then students can run this and see how does, with these starting parameters, how does that affect water potential over time, and they start moving towards equilibrium. Anyway, this is the website that I made, and I hope you find that useful.